Of course, this is HSN Today. We give you some sneak peeks, but we also give you some really great presentations on some brands that are just bringing the innovations to help you in your daily lives. I love this set. I can't say enough about it. And now I'm like, why didn't I buy this sooner? Because guess what? I recently went on a trip and I wish I had this with me. This is from Flipo, my friends. Flipo always comes out with the greatest solutions to your daily problems. And if you're the kind of person who has a lot of medications and you've got to keep them organized, be it at home or traveling, this medicine storage case is everything. It comes in 2 different sizes. So you can either get it, and I believe it's the large or the small. Let me see if I can see it. Right there's the small, here's the large. Look at how much it can hold. We're gonna talk about each and every size, but think about your last trip, because this is where I got stuck. I needed to have all my medications for me and my husband all in one place, and I didn't have the organizer in time. I would have loved to have it. It's incredibly priced, my friends. We're talking about original price for at least the large, $31.99. It's on sale today for $24.99. That's $7 off. This is the lowest price we've ever offered for the large, same for the small, and you can see the price differences right there on the screen, $16.99 for the small. I'm gonna welcome in my friend. Yvette, come on in here, girl.
Hi.
She looks so good all the time, girl. You look
nice.
fantastic.
Thank you. You
come
too.
in here
Bright
and talk
colors.
about this thing. It's amazing.
It really is. And I will tell you, this is a family favorite of mine. I represent a lot of products from Flipo. This is one of my favorites, and I'll tell you why. It is a simple solution to a problem that we all have, right?
Yes,
the majority of us have medications, supplements, vitamins, but they're kind of sprinkled all over the place because maybe you take one in the morning, something at noon, at night, and they're just not all in one place. This is a very simple way to organize them. And as you can see, this case it's a very smart design. So the large and the small have the same things, but the large has 11 slots for your medications. And as you can see, there's foam inserts, right? So
it holds it securely, right?
It's securely in there. And that's really important because then they're not rolling around, they're not moving. Now also, as an added bonus, as an added value, we're giving you a magnifier with a light. So guess what? You're actually going to be able to read those bottles.
Sign your prescriptions
now,
on there.
You know that we sell this separately, and it always sells out when we come here.
It does so good. So that's a nice little bonus.
That's an added value. Now also I'm going to come in here and show you, I have a few of my own things that I put in here, but this is going to come with the case. This is a pill dispenser. We love that.
Crazy good.
Fill it up at the beginning of the week. You'll never miss a dosage. And actually there's also a medication card. I'm going to talk about this later. This is super important too. You're getting all of this, and you mentioned it, that's the lowest price I've ever seen.
It's incredible.
And then this case, right, it just simply closes and it zips up. And you can take this wherever you want. It's easy to maneuver. Let me set this back up here again so you can see it. And then you have the beautiful colors. It's like soft but flexible. So what's great about this is you keep this in your home. If you have small children around, you take all your medication, you zip it up, you put it up on a counter. It's much safer not to have your bottles sitting around, but also at a glance, everything's here. So you look down and you're like, ooh, I only have a couple of those pills left, I need to reorder, right? Or you just know where everything is. Now, you mentioned traveling. I read the reviews all the time. I love to see what our customers have to say. Even if you travel for one night, you need to take your medication. This is a much easier, safer, more organized way to do it than this.
Than that alternative.
Okay, what happens here is, I know it's happened to other people, it's happened to me. The top comes undone. Now you have pills everywhere in your purse or your carry-on bag. That's a disaster. Here, again, the bottles are held securely. This little case, you're gonna take it with you. You take it in the car, on a plane, wherever. It just becomes part of your routine, right?
I love this so much because we are just on the precipice, at least here in Florida, on our hurricane season, right? What happens when you have to leave in a pinch, right? Something goes down. Let's say you live in the Midwest and you get the alert that there's a tornado in the area and you have to grab your essentials and you've got to go. That includes your medication. If you have your medication all over your house and it doesn't have a home like you would with this amazing case, you're gonna be scrambling. And that's the last thing you wanna do when there's an emergency happening. With Flipo, they've taken all the guesswork out. They've given you a home for all your medications. So not only do you have a case that you can just pick up and go, but when you go to the doctors, let's say you're getting a new doctor. It happens all the time. Your doctor moves out of town, you have a new doctor. They ask you the first question, what medications are you currently taking? You bring this with you, you've got your list that's included, you've got your case. There's no questions about any kind of drug interactions. They will be able to talk to you straight up about the current concerns you have and not the ones that you currently already have a handle on, which is your medications. Look at the options you have here. You have the gray and you have the blue, and all you have to really choose at this point is, do you want both the small and the large? Do you want just the large and the small, or do you just want to get coordinating cases, or maybe you want a different color for each? You have your options here, and the pricing is on sale for the very first time. I'm so excited that this low price is available because people were snatching this up at regular price the last time we had it.
Absolutely.
But now it's on sale.
Yeah, and on the reviews, they always say, I loved giving this to a loved one. Because what happens is you'll carry this around and someone will say, where did you get that?
Where did you get
right?
that?
Exactly.
Yes,
because
exactly.
honestly, this is something that you might not even know that exists until you're seeing it right now. But trust me, this is something that once you get it and start using it, you're gonna be like, oh, I wish I would have had this sooner. And when, you know, I said traveling, but let's just talk about regular work. I mean, this morning, I was out the door early, coming to HSN, and I grab my little case because there's medications I take in the morning. It's not happening before I go to work. Let me tell you, I'm just trying to get in the car with my cup of coffee and get to work. So once you get to work, you get settled, you have a little bit in your stomach, then you have your case, you have all your medications. You might take something at noon. You might take something in the evening. So you have it with you. Now, if you work, like my husband is on the fire department, he works shift work. I can't tell you how many times prior to having this case, he would forget one of his medications. A couple times it was his blood pressure medication. He calls me up, Yvette, can you bring it to me? I go, babe, I'm working, I can't get it to you. He just doesn't take it. Now, he takes it just like you would take a briefcase. He takes his briefcase, he takes his medical case, and guess what? He always has his medications with him. It's an easy solution. Flipo is setting you up for success here. You might have, maybe you have a few medications. Maybe you get the small one for your medications. Maybe you are like me. I take a lot of vitamins and supplements. I'm always like, yeah, I gotta take that to make things better. But you know, when you have all these supplements at home, the next step is to actually take them. And you're much more likely to take them if they're all in one place and they're all organized and they're with you wherever you go.
And the last thing you want to do, which is what I've done in many cases, is you put all the individual pills into a little baggie, and then they're all getting mixed up and messed up, and you can't remember which one is which, and it becomes a mess. And it's an investment. You spent money on that. You don't want to be like throwing it away because you forget which one is which. This remains organized. This goes with you with the original bottles, so that if anybody stops you and says, what's that in your case? What is that in that baggie? You don't have to worry about that uncomfortable situation at, say, TSA, or let's say if you get pulled over, you've got a case with all the medications properly labeled. This is going to be a lifesaver in more ways than one. So think about it. How much would you pay to be able to get yourself organized, but also stay healthy? Because these are all your essentials. You want to make sure that they're with you when you need them most. I say it's priceless. And the fact that we're able to offer this to you right now at this most incredible value, because it's on sale for the very first time, I'm like, this is a no-brainer. It makes sense that right now our friends are snatching up the larger size. The blue is the most popular color. So if you have your eye on the blue, do not wait on that. It looks like most people are purchasing the blue. I would say, and this is just my personal thing, get the small and the large. Get the coordinating colors, or if you really want to distinguish between, oh, this is my husband's pills, this is my pills, or this is my kid's pills in the small one, and this is mine. Get them so it makes it even more easy to stay organized. 099574 is the order number, the item number again for the Flipo medicine storage case. And again, I love that it gives you options.
Absolutely. And I was just going to show you, I love that it has this little pocket back here, because I also put, when I travel, like I'll put a thermometer, some cold medication,
Smart.
antibiotics, some eye drops. So make this like your little medical case when you travel, so you can put everything right in there. It's all there for you. Maybe you get the small one for your son or daughter. Maybe that's where you put all their things. And I did want to talk about this card again that we're going to give you, because this has all the information that you want to put there. You want to put the dosages, you want to put your allergies, your doctor, your preferred hospital. If you have all this with you and it goes in your case, I'm going to bring up another scenario only because my husband's a paramedic and he's gone to several homes where it's an emergency, someone has to be transported to the hospital, and the paramedics are trained to get any medication around, gather it and take it with them, because when you get to the ER, the first thing the doctor says is, what medications is this patient on and the dosages. Well, let me tell you, if you have it all in a case and you have it all written on a card, then that doctor is going to get accurate information. You're not guessing. Again, Flipo wants to set you up for success in all these situations, and in emergency situations or just in day-to-day life, so you will actually take your medication, take your supplements, take all those things that you have said at the beginning of the year, this is what I'm gonna do.
Girl.
I'm gonna get healthier. I'm gonna get more organized. Well, we're helping you do that.
I need to get your list of supplements. I want to look like Yvette Lopez, my friends.
Well, listen, I got a lot of stuff by Andrew Lessman. I'm just saying.
I was about to say, we're all big fans of Andrew Lessman, so that's hilarious. Let me know. Again, we got to compare notes. But again, this is the part you don't have to question.
Right.
This is an essential. This is going to be your new best friend when you're traveling. And think about it from the perspective of, I love what you were talking about with the back pocket, because not only does it hold all your medications, but I love that the back pocket can really flesh this out so it becomes almost like a first aid kit, because you can have everything with you all in this essential case. Love the different color options. And again, you don't want this to happen to you anymore,
You don't
right?
have to do this anymore. I mean, I'm not saying it looks a little ghetto, you know?
It does. You don't go, oh my gosh.
You don't have to carry them like this anymore. Have your nice little case. Doctors love this. You're gonna be organized. And again, we're setting you up for success in 2025.
Yvette Lopez, thank you.
Thank you,
Huggies.
everyone. Have a great day.
I love her. Okay, really